Hello, welcome to AmiAmi's. Another week of anime releases from the February 20th to February 25th of AmiAmi. We'll get started straight away, shall we? Azure Lane, the animation Belfast on 7th by AmiAmi Toys, 20,570 yen. It's actually a pretty good price for an Azure Lane figure. Overall, quite nice detailed. Quite like this, so if you're big into your Azure Lane, it'd be quite worth getting. Release date in October 2023. Then we've got a virtual YouTuber Inuyama Tamaki, 14,850 by Any Gift. Release date is March 2023. Not much into any of the VTubers, I'm afraid, but if you do follow them and this is one that you're interested in, then this is probably worth getting. AmiAmi Toys I don't know much about overall in terms of their quality, but it looks like they'll be quite good. Some good promotional hot there, I suppose, for certain people. Very simple base, so it's quite good. It's a very cute figure overall, and looks like there's a decent paint job actually for the price of it being 14,850 yen. The gold and blue looks quite nice and with the frills, so it's actually quite a good figure. It's just whether it can live up to the hype, or at least to the expectations. Releases March 2023, which is the month I'm currently recording this in. And then we've got Blue Archive Kasuga Tsubaki by Any Gift. This looks very good, like a very nice figure. I'm loving the detailing. The red and white and gold looks very good. This would be one I would definitely want to get if I actually play the Blue Archive game, which I'm probably looking at getting, and probably start playing that. And it's very revealing in certain aspects of the figure, but it looks very nice. I quite like the look of the figure. There's quite a few Blue Archive figures that I actually quite like overall, so this might be one worth picking up. Currently pre-orders are closed, but will be probably released later on in this month for available to order, so we'll have to see when that comes out. But for 17,380 yen, it's quite good. This one's probably quite a lot of people will be interested in this one. It's My Hero Academia Mirko, quarter scale by Freeing. A lot of people will probably be wanting to get this figure. It's 44,000 yen, which is very expensive, which seems to be going to be the new norm, I think, now for quarter scales by Freeing. At least, hopefully, Mimio can keep their quarter scales prices in the 30,000 range. But this one is obviously a lot more. The pose is very good. It's very action oriented compared to what Freeing usually do with the bunny girls. This one obviously is not B style, but I think the effect part looks down a little bit on the clear base, but as Mirko herself is very good and it's Freeing's paint quality, so I don't think there's going to be any problems. Probably maybe a bit more shading in the hair might be good overall. It looks like it's very flat based on the way they're taking the pictures and the different positions, so I don't think there's really much shading on the hair. But apart from that, the tones and on the muscles and the legs look very nice. It's very expensive though. Hajime no Ippo Takashi Sendo, finished below excellent resin. That's a resin figure by Orca Toys, that's why this one's expensive. 41,470 yen, from 47,000, being released in June 2023, it's pretty soon. If you're a big Ippo fan, might be worth getting. I think there's been a couple of other Ippo figures in the past released, so it might be worth getting one of those on the aftermarket instead. But if you're big into Ippo or boxing style anime or figures overall, then it might be worth getting this one. Rise Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout, it's the 25th anniversary. There's two versions of this one for 21,290 yen by AmiAmi of her on a barrel, of Rise on a Barrel, and then the more deluxe version, I guess, yep, DX edition with these portal and extra bits coming out of it for 27,980 yen. I think this one's going to be very popular, coming out February 2024 for both of these. it's by AmiAmi. I think the paint job's going to be very good overall. I think a lot of people will want this extra bit, and obviously Rise is very popular currently. So if you're big into Rise, I need to play the games, the Atelier Riser series, and there's a couple of other Atelier games that I should probably start playing. So I might play those and do some reviews on those at some point in the future. This is, oh yep, we've got the next tab, which will be going on later into the week. This will be 24th and 25th. These ones are. Overlord, the Overlord 4th Albado 1/7 by iDelete figure. This one is very good, 28,600 yen. I do like this one a lot, of her in a kimono and with having the Overlord on the sleeve. It looks very nice, kneeling down, so she's not going to take up a lot of vertical space. If you have height restrictions in your collection on the shelving, then it should be pretty good, or if you want to have on your desk, pretty good. The paint job looks amazing with the shading, with the purples going from dark to lighter purples into the edges, and obviously the paint, the detailing and the drawings on the actual kimono look amazing. We'll have to see how it is in the final form when it does come out, and you're getting a glimpse of her butt there as the kimono has slips down on the back side. This will be one, if you're, there's a lot of Albedo figures coming out that I will have coming out or are coming out, that you might, this one I think is definitely up there as one of the better versions out there. I think there's the Chinese dress one comes out in a few months, which I got on pre-order, but I might cancel that and possibly get this one. Really, it's further away, which I don't mind because this year I'm pretty packed on pre-orders. And iDelete would be a good, it would be good to try them. I think they're a Chinese manufacturer. February 2024. Nendoroids, don't really cover these that much, not that much interest in Nendoroids. So Hololive Production Sakura Miko, 6,800 yen, that's quite expensive for, I think a lot of the Nendos are going up in price unfortunately. Max Factory, July 2023. Bofuru, I don't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense to Maple Armor version, 1/7 by Furio, for 36,520 and 36 grand, jeez, 36,520 yen, Jesus, for this. It's a bit much. Like the water effect on the base looks pretty good. I think, yeah, overall, like the beach effect, the base looks pretty good, and it's a relatively standard paint job. Like I'll do like how they do the shading on the armor panels between on the flat actual armor parts. So it looks pretty good, but I think for that price, something's going wrong with Furio. That's, I think when that gets released, it'll be down to 30s or sub 30k range, I reckon, unfortunately, and considering it's only 1/7. Rebuild or Evangelion Ray AmiAmi Red Rogue 1/7 by Good Smile Company, 14,520 yen. If you're big into Evangelion, I think a lot of people prefer the Radio Ava series though lineup, but if you want something that's a bit more entry level for a Ray figure, this is pretty good. Quite like it overall. Sort of matches with the Date series from the Quintessential Quintuplets and whatnot in terms of that aesthetic. It's more of a casual day going out get up rather than sort of obviously the tight bodysuit. And that comes out on April 2024. Not bad. Movie, the Quintessential Quintuplets, Yotsuba, Floral Dress by Eastream. They're doing the full lineup of all 5 girls in this. It's Eastream. I expect the quality should be there, as long as they can maintain that quality across all of them. This is a nice figure if you're a bit into the Quintessential Quintuplets. 29,700 yen. It's a bit on the pricier side, but you're getting a lot of, in terms of the dress and the detailing for a 1/7 figure. I prefer the Date series, which are about 10,000 yen cheaper, and they're a bit more casual, not all as loud with these dresses, but you do get obviously a bit more detailing with the base as well, giving you a bit more emphasis on how they are. I think you can match them all up together. It looks like they're designed to be put together once they complete the whole lineup. Chainsaw Man Makima 1/7 by Eastream, 28,820 yen. paint job I think looks good overall. Black's a bit plain though, so I think you're going to want to add some lighting to the shelf that she's on to actually benefit anything from it, just to emphasize more of the shadows and the ruffles in the coat. Not a bad figure, but I think the price is probably a little bit high. I'd expect a bit more in terms of the hair and the face really, so it's not too bad. But yeah, it's not something I would be interested in. Pop-Up Parade, Hololive, Mori collab, Calliope, complete figure, good smile, 4,670 yen. For a Hololive figure, this actually, for a Pop-Up Parade figure, this actually looks quite good. So as long as the quality, as long as they can maintain their standards throughout the run of them, good smile, then it'll be good. This is actually not bad if you're interested in this figure. And the price is obviously good for getting into the figures. I do like the Pop-Up Parade lineup. There's a couple more here of Pop-Up Parade. So Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon seal complete figure. Don't know this figure, this series. Looks quite nice overall. And 4,080 yen, yep, simple figure, simple price. Pop-Up Parade, Nekapara, Chocolate cocktail dress version, and a vanilla cocktail dress version. These two would be quite good if we want to start a Nekapara figure line or add to your collection by getting the pop-up series. They look quite cute and quite attractive overall actually for the price, as long as Good Smile can keep the quality there. For the prices, you're not going to get any uber shading obviously on the dress, or super fine detailing in the hair and whatnot, but they've done a good effort I think with the swells in the hair on vanilla and on chocolate as well, so it's actually quite good. So yeah, I like both of these figures, not bad when you pick them both up for just over 8,000 yen. It's coming out July 2023. Nendroid Hunter x Hunter gone, and they did include the hair, him when he's super angry, from the Hunter x Hunter series, so that's quite good. That's probably why it's 4,950 yen more expensive than the Pop Parades. But yeah, I think you get a good number of pieces. You've got 3 different faceplates, and then you've got the 2 different head pieces and a couple of different hands. So yeah, quite good value I think. If you're interested in Hunter x Hunter and you don't mind androids, then that's quite good. Arknights Noodles Stopper. Figure Chen Ageless Afterglow. I've actually pre-ordered this one because they have got a complete figure of Chen, which looks amazing, but didn't really want to spend the price that month that she comes out in, and it's very tight on pre-orders, and this is just something for me to have at least her, because I do like the figure, like the China dress overall and the colours, and I like her overall. She's very adorable, so I quite like this. So I do want a Chen at least in my collection somewhere, but without spending too much money. So the Noodle Stopper helps. I hope they do a bit more Noodle Stoppers with more Arknights and sort of Azure Lane or Blue Archive figures, because they're quite a good way to just get them, and then you can just sit them on the edge of a shelf or on top of your computer tower. And then Uten Keko illustration by Siki for 20,850 yen. Ashram Designs. Ashram Designs, I think they've got some good art concept and figures that are coming out. So this is, I think, one of their first figures that they're releasing. This looks quite good actually overall for one of their first releases, with the base coming out, and then you got like this an acrylic piece behind with the artwork, but it does add to her being a sort of a vocal singer. So this looks quite good actually overall, coming out in April 2024. And that takes us to the end of that week, from the 20th to 25th. Of figures that are of note that I reckon I should bring to your attention. I shall be doing, this is a bit late, but this is just so people have got an idea of what's coming out and what's getting released. So thank you for watching this video, Try Animes, and hopefully I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye, and stay safe.